Okay, so the reading I wanted to talk about today was The Subordinating Myth, uh, Latina Immigration, Crime, and Exclusion by James Longas. So in this he discusses how like political rhetoric in the US has begun linking immigrants, especially those who are from Latin America, with the idea of criminality and them being criminals. So in this he explains that this connection is a subordinating myth, as he says in the text, meaning like it's not a real, it's a not correct belief created to justify things like deportation and exclusion and like controlling these people. So he writes that because of this has led to increasingly harsh laws surrounding immigration and law enforcement and ICE, and then which turns these laws as into what some professors call crimination laws, where immigration and criminal law overlap. And in the text, he quotes says, "Immigrants do not increase crime, they may help reduce it," which is based on a consensus that immigrants tend to have lower crime rates than those who are born in the US. I think this is like a really interesting argument, like especially now, because he points to like the rise of immigration in the industrial complex where private prisons are more for profit, so they have more incentive to be detaining more people. So there's now an incentive to keep maintaining these high populations, which then causes a disproportionate effect of then Latino and Latina people in these prisons. And then he also then goes on to talk about how this mindset and theory only benefits like politicians who then can use these Latina people as scapegoats for things that go wrong in the country. So we see this right now as we see Donald Trump. He often refers to Latino people or immigrants as like dangerous criminals, and we see them when they've shipped a lot of people off to like prisons outside of the US, and without like confirmation that a lot of them are actually criminals. And then these people then stuck in prisons with like dangerous people just because of their race or where they come from. So I think this is like really interesting to me because before learning about this, I didn't really understand where the root of this problem came from, despite like knowing that like immigrants are not more prone to crime. So I see like how this is used to maintain like these hierarchies in the US right now. So yeah, I think it was important because I think it was written to challenge the stereotypes and like made me look beyond these narratives. So yeah.